Yeah, I could not believe that I did this summer, but I did. And I'm really excited to tell you guys about it. So, with that, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome back to my channel, which is Aronica Bell and Company, right? So whose company? It's my family. For those of you who are new to checking in, one, welcome to my channel where I talk about plus size sewing, I talk about life, I talk about sustainability and everything in between, but mainly sewing. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you turn on the bell for notifications so when I decide to go live and sew, you can be notified and you'll be able to join me live or catch the replay. My goal for this channel is to give tips, tricks, and really make it accessible for bigger bodies to sew, making the adjustments that we need in order to feel beautiful in clothing that actually fits our bodies. Now, this is not something that is only for plus sizes, but we do focus a little bit more on plus size because your girl is chubby. So with that, let's go ahead and get started because in truth, I've been MIA for a little bit of time. So let's talk about the elephant in the room first. The elephant, of course, being my boobs, right? So I had a double mastectomy June 5th of this year of 2023, and I'm healing. I don't want to say I'm 100% healed because I do still have a whole other surgery that I've got to get through, and that surgery is scheduled for December 26th. Yes, the day after Christmas. But look, I've got expanders in now, which is what's giving me like the appearance of boobs, and your girl is over them. So I'm very excited to have the next surgery, which is going to give me my permanent implants. I decided to go with silicone, so it's going to give that nice, soft, squishy feel. Very, very excited about that. If you're like, hey girl, why did you get a double mastectomy? Definitely be sure to go ahead and check out this video here, which goes over why I went and had a double mastectomy, okay? Now, don't worry, I'm also going to make sure that I put together a video of my favorite patterns that I use to make a really bomb, like rich auntie recovery wardrobe that I did for my mastectomy. So I will have that coming out very, very soon. But today, let's go ahead and catch up a little bit, right? So I did something that was kind of scary for me, and I designed 2 patterns over the summer. I designed them, I drafted them, and then I even had the nerve to release them. My first 2 patterns are named after my beautiful daughters. We've got the Callie right here, which is a dress, and it is a dress top, and it can be hacked to be whatever you want it to be, in truth. And then we also have the Aurora over here, which is a play suit, jumpsuit, romper, whatever it is that you want to call it. And so the inspiration behind these 2 patterns were in making something that you could wear not just in the summertime or when it's warm, but something that'll give you some versatility as far as making sure that you can wear it more. I released both of my patterns with Made for Mermaids. I've actually been working with Made for Mermaids for a couple years now, so it only made sense for me to go ahead and jump on that design team that is led by Megan Gorman. And I have to be honest, like designing with her has been really amazing. Granted, I have self-drafted some things before, but jumping into Illustrator and being able to design patterns that are for more than just your body is something that is, I don't want to say it's hard, but there's a developmental period that you kind of go through in order to have a greater level of success. And I did it, and I'm proud of myself. So one time for me for doing hard things while healing from a surgery, that part. But now your girl is back. So that means that we've got a little bit more catching up to do. One of the things that I have done while being away is I've been like deep diving into, of course, how to make my YouTube channel something that makes you want to show back up for. So one of the things that I want to make sure that I consistently do is have these weekly installments of what am I making this week? I feel like that's something that is fairly easy for me to show up with consistently. Why? Because I was already doing that, right? And it's something that I do weekly. we're back sewing live, obviously. And so we'll be covering the things that I plan on sewing live. So that way you can join me whenever it fits in your schedule. If you're like, oh, I definitely want to be there when she sews that live. So with that, let's actually go ahead and hop into what my live sews this week are looking like. All right, so we are back on the clock app, the Tickety Talk app. Now, once I can get myself set up so that way I can either record or do lives on like both my phones as well as like, I don't know, I also record with the DJI mini. So once I figure out how I can navigate being live on more than one platform at once, we will do it. Until then, we're sticking with one platform at a time. And so the first pattern that we're sewing this week on Tuesday morning at between 7:30 a.m. is when I start, and that is going to be the Estella top that's by Papercut Patterns. Now, I have never sewn a Papercut Patterns before in my life, but I really am loving this Estella top. It's a wrap top that you can wear either forward or backward, and so you can either have the wrap in front of you or you can have the wrap facing it behind you. And I love a top that's going to give us versatility. I love being able to wear something more than one way because I'm just like, yes, please give me more bang for my buck. That's exactly what I'm here for. So it's made with a woven fabric, so it should be fun. Papercut Patterns is one of the pattern companies that has recently began to expand their sizing. So all of their patterns are not in the plus size or in the curve sizing as they call it, but I'm looking forward to seeing how they've drafted this Estella top to see if it's even worthwhile considering going down the line of their patterns. Because listen, one thing about me is I love to shop for patterns even though I can design them myself. Whatever, I digress. Our second pattern that we'll be sewing live this week is going to be the Coco bias skirt. This is by Staystitch Patterns, which is a duo between Lindsay and Candace. Lindsay and I became friends, and I actually went out to when I was out in Salt Lake City, Utah, I actually had the opportunity to meet her in person. She's also a fellow Know Me pattern designer. So I'm always very, very excited to support what she does. And I have loved the Coco bias skirt. It's such an easy and simple sew. So one of the things that we'll be focusing on when it comes time to sew that pattern is making sure that we know how to do French seams. So if you're interested in like how to do French seams, any kind of tips, tricks, etc., for French seams, we'll be going over that. That's Thursday morning at 7:30 in the morning. And another thing about bias cut skirts, if this is your first time, you may not know this, you cannot hem them immediately. Your bias cut skirt has to hang for at least 24 hours and allow that stretch of the fabric to kind of fully drop so that you know exactly what you're hemming. So we will not be finishing the skirt up. We will be going ahead and just getting it to the point where it needs to be. Oh, I've got to sneeze. Hold on. Whew. Okay, we're back. And so with the bias cut skirt, you cannot hem it immediately. So we're going to get it to the point of hemming. We're going to hang it up, and then I will be hemming mine by myself. If, you guys want me to go live and do that, I can. Hemming is like not my favorite thing in the world, but whatever, we'll do it for a woven fabric. So those are the two main things that we'll be sewing this week on live. One of the other things that I will be sewing, because this is the last week of Bra August, is I will be sewing a bra live in the Made for Mermaids pattern group. I still haven't decided which one I'm going to do. I said I was going to either do the Lana or the Bridget. I'm not sure what I'm going to do, but either way, we'll be doing a live sew in the Made for Mermaids group on Wednesday. And I don't have a time for that. It'll likely be midday because I like to do like a little lunch and learn situation. So I have those sews coming up this week. So if you would like to join me, I will make sure to leave links on how you can do that below. Now, before someone says anything, I will also leave a link for the glasses below because every time I wear these, I get the most compliments. And I have to be honest, these are some of my favorite glasses that I own. I did go ahead and hashtag treat yourself to some new glasses. These are from Zlul. So yes, I will include a link. If I'm an affiliate with them, please know that it will be an affiliate link. Okay, friends, because your girl is trying to pay some bills out here. All right. Okay. Now, of course, in addition to the things that I'm sewing live, I will be sewing offline, obviously. We still have content to create, friends, okay? So what am I going to be making off the internet? Just joking. It'll obviously end up on the internet. But one of the top things that I really am looking forward to making is the Bestie Bag. The Bestie Bag was released by Blackbird Patterns. And that is a, Blackbird Fabrics, they have their entire like fabric sales that they do. They recently started a pattern company that corresponds with it. Their first bag, or their first pattern rather, is the Bestie Bag. It is so cute, and I feel like it's screaming my name to make. Also, this morning when I went to the doctor with my husband, like he handed me all of his stuff to like hold for him, and I was like, my bag was not equipped to do this. My bag was like, hey girl, I got you and your stuff. We don't have him and his stuff. So I feel like that was the sign that I needed in order to go ahead and make this Bestie Bag come true. I'm not exactly sure what the insides are looking like, but I feel like I might need to add some more pockets in there. I'm going to have to consult some of my bag besties. Pun intended. I'm going to have to consult some of my bag girlies to see what suggestions they have. I want to make sure that I've got all the good notions and that I'm able to make this bag as cute as possible. And I'm thinking that I'm going to go ahead and sew in a little bit of Ankara because why not, right? I think that'll be cute. Either that or maybe some denim. That'll also be real cute. Also, I don't know if you know this, but September is National Sewing Month and I'm so excited because I'm releasing a couple of new things. So let's take a quick look at what it is that I am releasing. Okay, so this is one of two of the physical products, and that is offline moments for sewing. So if you're one of those sewists who are like, oh, sometimes I just don't know what I want to make, but I know I want to make something, and you end up doom scrolling on TikTok or on YouTube or on Instagram, and you're just like, I want to make something, I just don't know. Or you're in a sewing rut and you're just like, oh, I just need something to get me out of the sewing rut. These are a bag full of sewing inspired projects, right? So if you're just like, I don't know what I want to make. In fact, I actually did this yesterday when I was on live with just.lilia, and because I didn't know what I wanted to make while I talked to her. And so I pulled it out of the bag. So you pull one out and it has all of these tokens that are inside. Waiting for this to like focus. It's not going to focus. That's okay. So this one says accessorize me. So make a coordinated accessory. Have you made a skirt recently? A cute little headband would be cute, or the Bestie Bag, which is what I'm making. I'm not going to go through and tell you what are all in here, but just to give you an idea, wrap it up, make a cute wrap dress or romper or top, drape it, baby. Try your hand at a draped garment. Under there, make something that goes under your clothes. Of course, that's perfect for bra August. Unless you're like me and you wear your bras as like shirts. But I digress. It still counts. So that's one of them. And so I'll be listing actually two different types of these. The first one is pattern inspirations. So getting inspired to sew a different pattern. The second one is pattern hacks. If you're like, I know I want to make it my own, but I'm not exactly sure how I would like to do that. Pattern inspirations, friends. We've got the pattern hacks that will kind of help you to navigate what hacks you can make, whether it's in changing like a sleeve or adding some color block or just anything like that, right? So that will all be included. Definitely will be dropping the links below because these drop September 1st, which means Friday. I cannot believe we're already in September. Whew, Jesus. Okay. Everything's fine. All right. I forgot to mention this. This week I'm working on a blazer. Yes, I'm working on a blazer. I plan on making the Friday Patterns blazer. Why? Because it's so cute, so versatile, so easy. I love the, I really, really love the instructions that Chelsea does for pattern companies. For Friday Pattern. I think that it's so easy, and doing a blazer can sometimes be a little complicated. But I'm joining a friend of mine and her name is Kate, and we're making our blazers out of coordinated fabric. So let me show you the fabric that we're using. Okay, so we're combining two different fabrics. I can't find my floral fabric right now. Obviously, I'm going to be finding it soon. But this orange will tell you the direction I'm going with it. So obviously, I'm making, I don't want to say obviously because I don't know how I'm going to do this. But we're combining this orange fabric with a main like linen floral blend that is so beautiful. Like when she posted it in her stories, I commented on it and I was just like, this is gorgeous. I love it. And she was like, oh, well, can I split it in half and send it to you? And then we can make matching things. And I was like, sign me up. Yes. And since then she's been making hers a lot faster than mine, but it looks amazing and I cannot wait to make mine. It's got me so excited. So very excited. Okay, so one of the other things that I did, very proud of myself, is I created a line of fabrics. And this might be something that I do often because I had so much fun creating these fabrics. And my goal was to create 5 like fall oriented fabrics so that when our fall patterns came out, I would have my fabric that I could promote and that was giving fall, like rustic fall chic, right? So I did it. And I did more than 5 fabrics. Really, really proud of myself. So I have them published on spoonflower.com. And of course, I will definitely make sure that there's a link to it as well for you to go ahead and head over, browse, take a look, see what's really like, I don't know, vibing with your energy for the fall, and definitely purchase and share and encourage other people to purchase too, because why not? Yes. But my order from Spoonflower should be in. And of course, you all know that as soon as I get that in, I will be sharing it with you. And we will do an unboxing video as well as some inspiration for what to make. So the last couple of things that I wanted to talk about in this video are Frocktails. I'm geeked, y'all. So excited about Frocktails. The first one coming up that I'm attending is going to be October 7th. It's going to be in New York. Your girl is excited, like EGG excited. I'm going to be staying with my friend Julian Creates, and we're going to be coordinated because we were just like, we've got to give them fabulous. And so their theme is like, it's giving like disco. It's giving like 70s style. So I'm going to be using my summer pattern. Let me grab that and show you. So this is the summer pattern, of course, right? And so I'm giving you guys a dress in this pattern. Yes, I get that it's like a swimsuit and swim cover up, but we're turning that into a dress. So we're going to turn that into a fabulous wrap dress that is long with these dramatic sleeves. The sleeves already have some drama in them. They're like a trumpet sleeve situation, but I think I'm going to make them a little bit longer so that it gives it ever so slightly a little bit more drama. And then I'm making it out of course, one of my fall fabrics that are going to be giving so much beauty and grace. I'm very, very excited about that coming out. So can't wait to share more of that with you in those projects. The second event is the Atlanta Frocktail. So of course I'm excited about that because Atlanta is in my city. So we're having a Met Gala themed. So that means all of those very big, bold, and super over the top like dresses that I literally would have no place else to wear, unless of course I actually became a board member on a fundraising like committee or something, and started to go to galas and things like that. I would literally have nowhere else to wear it. So I'm excited about that because like, where else would I have to wear these things to? Where do I go? No place. So yeah, very, very excited about these couple of things coming up. The last thing that I would like to share, of course, is that we are hopefully going back to Sew Expo again this year. I'm getting ready to go ahead and submit a couple of more classes that are more project based. If you're like, hey girl, can you do a class on this? Definitely drop that below in the comments, but very, very excited to be heading back out to Sew Expo this year because again, we had so much fun last year. I don't think I'll be bringing my daughter again this year because she was behaving like a teen. That's all I can say about that, right? So I will likely be heading out there by myself to teach, and I'm very, very, very excited about that. So with that, I think that we're done with like our first coming back to YouTubing. Right? We're back. We're in the mix again. So very, very excited about these upcoming sews this week. In addition to, of course, like I shared, we've got the lives and I've got a couple of more patterns that I'm interested in doing. The other thing that I really need to do is update these kids' wardrobe, but that is another project for another week, which we'll talk about probably next week. Don't forget to like this video, drop a comment, drop a heart, share it with someone who else you think would benefit from it. And of course, subscribe. I will see you all next time. Until then, happy sewing.